I'll give you guys a little language learning update here. Because rather than making a video saying, oh, spring 2026 language learning update, which I used to do, as I said earlier in the stream, I don't really do these home videos as much. I basically only post travel videos now. But I mean, I used to do lots of these like, oh, spring 2026 language learning update. I could do that right now. So you guys know that I've been learning some Uyghur on stream. In the first couple of months, I literally only studied on stream, so I didn't do any off-stream study. I wanted to show you guys every step of the process. That was the idea. And then I realized that wasn't working because I wasn't investing in enough time into it for it to actually be effective learning. So I started doing some Anki flashcards. Let me show you guys my Anki. As I said, I just set this up on my new OS, thank God. I have so many things on here now, like, lol, I don't even do these anymore. Like, oh my goodness, I made these cards like years and years ago. I didn't make these cards, I just downloaded them, and I think I said it on a stream, in a stream clip as well, that it is an amazing deck because it has everything I want it to have. What is this? I don't know what this is. And my Anki is in Polish because it is. My entire computer is in Polish. I have been going through this. I've been going through 20 new cards a day, and whatever cards it's serving up. What it does is, we've got the word, Iniklimak, I think that means explain.
Iniklimak.
And always play it. Clarify, close enough. And then it one depends on how lazy I'm feeling. Sometimes I read through this and play it as well, but then sometimes I don't. Men bu ish bu ishnik what? Ishning men bu ishning rast yalranlıkını eniklap bakalay. Yeah, I'm much faster at reading the script now. I'm still very slow, but I'm much faster than I used to be, which I'm proud of. Anyway, so I read through this and then I play it. I often don't play this because it's way too fast and there's not much point.
Ben bu işin Rusya'lığını eniklap bakay.
Yeah, it is really fast. I skip all the sounds. I guess it is how people talk, but it is crazy. And then I have my mnemonic here. I basically almost always make a mnemonic. How long have you been learning? I mean, you can basically trace the start of my learning on this channel because, as I said, the first couple of months, I only learned on stream. So I was only using that textbook. And then afterwards, I started using the flashcards maybe like towards the end of the year. So you can watch how I started. The thing is, I'm kind of losing some motivation now because my Uyghur friends are not responding to my texts. I'm like, what is happening? Maybe they're busy. Maybe they just don't want to like talk to me. Unboxing time. We do that afterwards. I have to finish this one thing now because I started it. So I was also So where was I? I was saying how I use it. So recently I started getting these reverse cards. I don't know how it works. I'm no Anki expert, so I have no idea how this system works. I know lots of people who know it inside out. They can like make lots of different cards. They can use crazy scheduling functions. I have no idea. I just click. Maybe someone can enlighten me. Maybe if let's say, I don't know, Christopher sees it in the future, he can enlighten me. But the point is, what was the point I'm making? Yeah, so I started getting reverse cards of cards that I have already learned, which I guess it must have been planned by someone. Is it default behavior? Again, I don't know, but it is really helpful. So what happens? I can't show you a reverse card right now because Oh, I mean that's I can. Turns out I can. It is right there. So that works out. So relative, comparative, half, semi, the middle, the midpoint. I think. So my mnemonic was like Wyspiarski, which means like an island, adjective, islandish, in Polish. And the Uyghur word is nispi. So nispi. Yep.
Nispi.
I can't hear it. Nispi. If I'm doing this wrong, someone please do tell me, because like I don't know how to use these. This is again hard, good, easy. So I click hard if it's completely new to me, or I like literally I feel like I don't remember anything. Not my default is good, and then I click again when it's really hard. And my default is good. Maybe some people default to easy. I can't tell. If it's really easy, I go for easy. Also, sometimes I choose one based on how important the word is. Like, if the word is one that I will probably rarely use, I'm more lenient on myself. So tele, that's a new word.
Tele.
Oh, tele meaning chance. Look, tele. What would be a good mnemonic? I feel like I'm pressured now because I'm doing this on live. I'm taking teleology. But okay, so teleology. How can I integrate that into the mnemonic? Chance. So, I have the chance. No, I'm lucky to reach the goal. There we go. Sorry, do you guys know what teleology is? I don't need to. How do I explain teleology? It's like this, the study of purpose. I just know it from like musicology. So like basically the purpose. So like I'm lucky that I can go. I don't know. Sometimes I make one and then I'm not happy with it and I change it. Checklimer. Yeah, I had a previous mnemonic for this root. I had a different word from the same root with a check root, and it means limited. So checklimer would be the limit. Yeah. There's no telling if you get the chance. I think that's a good point. So when I make a mnemonic, sometimes like you can put it in a sentence, but then the sentence doesn't have anything very specific to do with the hint word or the word that you're trying to learn. So you have to remember the exact sentence that you make. Whereas when I make a mnemonic, I try to use tools that sort of work, even if you don't phrase it that exact way. Why do I sound Swedish? Exact way. So like there's no telling. This is a very specific phrasing. I try to avoid that because from my experience, I find it harder to remember that kind of memory aids, if you know what I mean. Whereas, for example, checklimer, I remember check as like limits. I mean, my initial mnemonic had something to do with, I don't know, like what like bad economy or something in the Czech Republic. And then I realized it's a very polyglot thing to say. My mnemonic is just granic, because like if I remember correctly, the German word for border, like Grenze, die Grenze, comes from Czech. And that fact that the German word came from Czech is my mnemonic. So it works no matter how I phrase it. Let me check. No pun intended. Inherited from Middle High German, borrowed from Old Polish. Oh, it's from Old Polish. Close enough. I mean, Old Polish is basically Czech. So yeah, there it is. Can you can you check that for me? Again, no pun intended. Michelle, what is like a border or a boundary in Czech? Is it something like Grenze? Need to choose something that works for you. Yeah, I guess it is what works for me, and that's what's most important, right? Like I've made some mnemonics that don't really work for me specifically. They work in theory, but I just don't. I can't make the connection. I was actually talking about this to my language coachee yesterday. Is that even a word? So there's someone who's like doing some language coaching with me, as in like we discuss how they are learning the languages, what's working, what's not working. I sort of analyze what's wrong, or like what they are doing without realizing, that kind of stuff. Okay, so we were discussing and we talked about these mnemonic things, and then what I said was eventually I get to a point where it just feels like it means this. Like initially there is the middleman, like the one that I just said, the Grenze and all that, and then eventually it was like, oh yeah, it feels like it means that. That's a middle stage, and then the final stage, it's I just instinctively connect the word to the meaning, and sometimes it happens so that when I see a new word, it just feels right that it means something, and I'm like, oh, probably that's because there is a similar word in a different language that I know. I just can't put my finger on it because I've forgotten so many languages, but it feels like it should mean that, and it does. So it happens, and it's happened here as well, because Uyghur has a bunch of Russian words like zawód, and I know the word zawód in Polish, and so it just works out. And initially I was like, oh, it sounds like that. It could be a coincidence. No, it's not a coincidence. It's actually the same word. So like Polish granica, yeah, it's granica. Yeah. Yeah, I mean the H, your H is the G. So yeah, so literally. Apparently I was wrong. The German does not come from the Czech, but the fact that my head canon says the German comes from a Czech is the way I'm remembering this word. And it's not. it is just a memory aid. Come on, tele. No, we have that already. So it's lock. Bikemak. Notice. So you're about to see my mnemonic for this. It is crazy, and it's very personal to me. It's because I watch a lot of Not Just Bikes. And then from Not Just Bikes, I learned to notice a lot of little things about urban design. So, when I see bikemak, I'm like, oh, okay. So, bike, and then I notice lots of little things in cities. That's the mnemonic. This one is pretty new, so I'm not sure if it's going to work for in the long term, but it might. Even though it's wrong, yeah. I mean, I've already said two things that are wrong, and it's fine because the point is they help me remember. And you know what? When it's wrong, it's even better. Have I talked about this? You learn better when you make mistakes in general, right? If you say something in a foreign language and it is wrong, especially if you get embarrassed, bam, you're never forgetting that word. Just like I'm not sure if I told that story. I probably have told it to many people, but it has happened that the first time I tried to speak Japanese to someone in Japan, I made a complete ass of myself, and I will never forget that word. And also the second time, I also made a fool of myself. I will also not forget that word. And the fact that I just showed on live that I have got two facts wrong. The fact that the German word Grenze comes from Czech, and also, I mean, I didn't take that as fact, but I presented. It was just a sentence I was using. I was saying the Czech economy is limited by, I don't know. Actually, no, there's an even better one. You're landlocked. It's a landlocked country, hence limited. Bam, new one. I don't even need this one. I just have it. I just have a third mnemonic now. So, I mean, the fact that I said two things that are wrong are going to help me remember even better. I'm never forgetting this route. But yeah, it's landlocked, right? I mean, it's not the only landlocked country, but it is. At school, we were always told the silliest mnemonics worked. Yeah, exactly. And on Rhapsody in Lingo, this channel, I always say that silly and also like taboo, violent, things like that, things that you should not be thinking about, they work the best. You have no oceans of sea. There you go. I could have used that if I had come up with that earlier. Oh yeah, didn't miss anything. So I was giving you my language learning update. So second part of that update is, so this is a grammar book. I realize that I actually have to look into the grammar now, because so I've been going through the flashcards, and the flashcards have example sentences in them, and I realize there's lots of things that I just don't understand. Like there's example sentences, they use this crazy grammar to express like intention or aspect, and I was like, what the hell's going on? Why are there so many weird things that I don't understand? Like I know I understand Turkish grammar, but I didn't understand this. I thought I would be able to guess my way through it, and I couldn't. So I asked my friend. He explained it bit by bit to me. It was like, oh, so like if you want to say you want something, there's no word for want. You need to say, the desire to do this exists or something. It's all one word because it's a Turkic language. It's all one word. I started looking at the Wikipedia page for Uyghur grammar, and it is not very complete. And then I realized actually that page is literally ripped off from this book. So I just got this book, got the PDF. I actually already had the PDF, but that was a very bad PDF, and I found a better one. And then what I did was I used a tool to split it in half so that I can chuck it on my e-reader. And then what I'm going to do is, a future tense, I'm going to actually read this. And it is quite crazy to actually read a grammar book front to back. But I think it is actually what I need, because the grammar here is so incredibly foreign that I'm not able to actually just guess my way through it. I think with most European languages, I can do that. I can do it. And I mean, Indo-European ones, it's starting to get like repetitive. I can guess my way through it. In certain other ones, let's say Finnish, for example, at least I can consult some website that will explain it to me. But the thing is, this is a very different language from European languages, and also the grammar is very complex. It's got a million different suffixes, and also it is less well documented. It is, I mean, it's an unpopular language, so there's no like easy internet pages or Wikipedia to actually explain everything to me. So I guess this is the thing I will have to do. So on top of that textbook, which is already quite grammar heavy, I'm just going to read this. I'm not going to do this on stream, unless you want me to, but I'm probably not going to do it. But I'm okay with it, because the way I learned Turkish grammar is actually just the same. And if you don't know the law, the whole reason I started learning Turkish was in 2022, I went to polyglot gathering in Poland. Speaking of which, I'm I have to plug again. I'm still not sure if I'm actually getting to go to the polyglot gathering, because I still can't afford the expedited settlement process, especially now that I have to pay for my phone. So I probably can't pay for that, and so that I can't guarantee that I can go to the polyglot gathering this year. But anyway, so support me if you want to. Here's a link. But anyway, I was at the polyglot gathering that year. I hung out with these friends. They could speak Turkish to each other. I was like, that sounds like a beautiful language. They said, you should learn it, Israel. And then after the gathering, we all went to Krakow. Literally on a whim. I changed my flight for that. Went to Krakow. We went to a bookshop. And then I randomly picked up a tiny pocket book for Turkish grammar. I think I showed it on a video that year. And then I literally just read the book on the flight back, and it was so good. It was so fun. I think so. That's why I'm okay with reading just grammar, as long as it has examples. If it's just theory, it's kind of shit. But if it's got examples, I'm happy with it. But this time, it's got more complex grammar. It is in the Arabic script, so it's going to be next level, and I'm ready for it. I'm all for it. Exciting stuff. That is my learning update. I haven't done much in terms of my language learning, but there we are. That is my yeah, I hope you enjoy my updates. I don't know, like, do people come to this channel for my language learning updates, or do they just want to see Welsh stuff? I don't know anymore. But yeah, if you want to see the video where I showed the books that I bought, it is somewhere on the channel. It is one of the few language learning update videos that I did. It was really fun. I didn't read through the whole thing, but I got through most of the hardest parts. And it was okay. There's actually why I never minded Duolingo's weird sentences. They were very memorable. Yeah, I agree. I don't see, everyone shits on Duolingo saying, oh, it's got weird sentences, they're not useful, I'll never say this sentence when I go to the country. I honestly disagree with that. I think it is very good that it has weird sentences. It's not good if it only has weird sentences. Or rather, I should say, you should not be relying on Duolingo for learning. Despite what I'm going to talk about in a future video. You will see in due course. I am already planning that. But you should not be relying on Duolingo. So you should be getting your useful sentences from elsewhere. Duolingo could be this source of whimsical sentences that will help the stuff stick in your head. That is what it's really good for, except the AI bullshit. I don't know. It's funny, I posted about my Duolingo learning on Instagram. People are talking about AI, and I'm like, no, there's no AI on this Duolingo course. Do you deem my languages significant enough to have AI out there? I'll show you right now what I've been doing on Duolingo. Bro, it's Scottish fucking Gaelic. It's not gonna have AI. The AI probably can't even speak this bloody language. So why do you think this course is made by AI? So what that actually makes this course so great, because they won't be able to replace it with AI anytime soon. The bad thing is they took away the language notes, but I still have them elsewhere. I'm sure some of you have heard me say this before, but this is one of the best courses on Duolingo, full stop. And that also includes the grammar notes. The grammar notes are very well written. They're very fun. The course is very comprehensive. It teaches you lots of cultural things. I learned a lot about Scotland. There is freaking Scottish history in it. Like for fuck's sake. You talk about kings and queens, Mary Queen of Scots. I can't English anymore. You have like Highland clearances, the stuff that I learned for my actual citizenship test. With the Battle of Bannockburn. It's literally in the Duolingo course. In which Duolingo course would you ever learn about something like the Battle of Bannockburn and Robert the Bruce? That is amazing that they teach you that. And then there's a unit about Nova Scotia that I just finished last night. Because they have Scottish Gaelic speaking communities in Nova Scotia, even though it's pretty endangered, and they teach you how the culture is different in Nova Scotia versus Scotland, and they teach you about the Halifax cuisine. Fucking amazing! I love this course so much, more than anything else that I've seen on this website. Sorry, I'm raving again because I love it so much. I can't shut up about it. I've never even used Duolingo, so I wouldn't know. Do you have to pay for it? It looks like I'm currently paying for it, but actually I'm not. Like once in a while, if you're a loyal user, they give you a free trial for Super Duolingo. And also, if you have friends, what happens is when your friends get a free trial, they get a free family plan trial, and they can add you in. And so, like, I've had Super Duolingo for a while, because once in a while, my friends are like, "Oh, I have a trial. Israel, you can join." And then another friend's like, "I have a trial. Israel, you can join." So I'm on a family plan now. I have Super Duolingo. I think it expires today, but that's fine. I don't mind, as long as they don't give me that stupid battery thing. The day they change my desktop version of Duolingo to the battery, that is the day I leave Duolingo for good. I'm gonna leave my 1,669 day streak. I don't care anymore. I've deleted Duolingo on my phone, on the phone that is dead, because it changed to battery. I'm like, that just doesn't work at all. If you guys are not Duolingo users, here's the long and short of it. It's so what happened was you used to have 5 hearts, like I do now. I mean, not on Super Duolingo, but like normally you have 5 hearts. And then if you lose all 5 hearts by making mistakes, you have to wait a certain number of hours before you start gaining hearts again automatically, or you pay for them. Whereas in the new battery system, what happens is for each single exercise, like each sentence that you do, it depletes the battery. And then once you're out of battery, you can't do it for a certain number of hours. So it's not even punishing you for making mistakes. It's punishing you for learning, full stop. So when the app on my phone changed the battery, I was like, nope, fuck that, I'm out. So I'm using it on the browser. And also that's kind of why I feel like I need to rush to the end of this course, because I want to finish this course before I get the battery on the desktop as well. And the crazy thing is this course is kind of long as well. Like section 1 is kind of short. Section 2 and 3 are longer. Section 4 is way longer. Like I'm only 40% through, and I've been speed running this shit. It's got so much stuff in it, so I'm like, oh shit, there is so much to get through still. So I have to speed up so that I can hopefully get to the end of the course before I get the battery. But yeah, I really enjoy it. I cannot recommend it enough. I really love this course, and I'm this close, or not very close, I suppose, this close to finishing it. Oh, Gallic organizations. You actually learn about government and things. Yeah, exciting. I'll just tell you now, I'm planning to make a video when I finish this. It's like the typical, I've been doing Duolingo for 2,000 days. Can I actually speak the language? That kind of video, but instead of just talking about it, I'm going to talk about this course and why it's so great. I should have screen recorded more. And then I plan to have some fun skits in there. Because I will actually tell you how I've been learning. And that involves doing some very fun things in the language. That's my teaser. That's what you're getting for now.